hello there, and welcome to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. I'm Debbie Georgiani, normally with Jerry Usher, but he'll be back tomorrow. So you just have me today, but we're going to be talking about your favorite day of the week. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about live today on Take Two. So I need your help by your phone call to share what's your favorite day of the week and why? Tell us why. We want to know the details. It's not because we're nosy. It's because we're curious. We're the mystical body of Christ. So it's very important we get to know one another. And I really want to know your favorite day of the week and why. I will share right up front that my favorite day of the week is Friday. And I did a lot of reflection on this and why Friday. It's not because I'm a big partier or anything like that. I went to Catholic school, and Friday I worked really hard all week long at school. I tried to get great grades because that's what my parents expected. And so when Friday rolled around, I was super excited because I knew I had a couple days off. And so I just could, take a breather and just recharge, right? So Friday and I realized that after doing, preparing for this show, I realized, why do I like Fridays so much? I don't even do anything on Fridays. Why do I like it so much? Because it came from my childhood. Maybe you have something like that. Maybe Monday is your day, or Wednesday, hump day, or you love Saturdays, or Sunday, of course, Sunday, going to Mass, right? So what's your favorite day of the week and why? Please call in. You don't have to be Catholic. I really need your call because I really want to know why that particular day of the week is your favorite. Okay, so here is the number. Ready? Start dialing right now. 833-288-3986. Maybe you like Fridays like I do. And you can share the reasons behind that. Maybe Saturday is your day because that's your catch-up day, right? You catch up on all the things. You do that honey-do list. We've heard of all those lists that happen on Saturday with yard work and all sorts of things like that. Maybe Saturday is your day. That was my dad's day. He loved Saturdays. He worked in the insurance business. And he loved Saturdays because he would mow the grass and go out into the garden. I grew up in New Jersey. New Jersey is the garden state. Okay, we have beautiful gardens in New Jersey. And my dad loved working in the garden. And that was on Saturdays. Maybe it's Sunday because the family comes together, goes to Mass, and so many families we know go out to breakfast afterwards. Did you ever do that as a kid? We did. We always went out for pancakes after Sunday Mass. 833-288-3986 is the number to call. Phone lines are just starting to light up right now, so that is great. We have our show team in place. So today we have Matt Gabinski, which is our regular call screener. So Matt, welcome back. So Matt Gabinski's on the phones. Ace McKay is our producer. And of course, we have Jeff Burson is our social media expert, but today we have Rich. So that's Rich Jesse. So that's wonderful. So Matt, Ace, and Rich are in place. There's a couple open phone lines if you'd like to share your favorite day of the week and why. I need the and why, okay? I need the why. Why is that particular day so special to you, and why do you look forward to that? Some people actually look forward to Mondays. Now, I know Monday is the beginning of the typical work week. I understand that. Some people actually like Mondays. They jump out of bed. They can't wait to get going and kind of tackle everything at work. And, real overachievers. They love Mondays. I'm not so much big on Mondays. I don't know why. No reason. I mean, today is a beautiful day. Monday is beautiful. Every day is a gift from God. It's a miracle that we're here, we're breathing, we're alive. So every day is precious. But Mondays, not so much. Fridays, I really love. So is that you? I want to hear from you now. Okay, so we do have a couple open phone lines. Need to hear from you. Just me today. Jerry will be back tomorrow at 833-288-3986 is the way you can reach us and be on air. So we do need to hear from you rather quickly because don't wait till the end of the show. Ace McKay, our producer, he really likes us to get to all of the calls. So call in early. Don't wait till the last minute because it really really kind of bums him out that we can't get to all the calls. So I'm going to go really fast, go down all the calls, find out your favorite day and why here on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie, just Debbie today. 833-288-3986. Couple things I wanted to share. If you find it hard to get out of bed in the morning, you just really can't seem to take on the day with, purpose and passion, please reach out to us. We have free consultations at standtalltoday.com, standtalltoday.com. We have great life coaches, Catholic Christian life coaches that are just phenomenal, that will really help you kind of hit the reset button to work out some things in your life, to really come up with a wonderful plan so you can live your best life. That's what it's all about. Jesus said, I came for you to have life and to have it to the full. What does that mean? It means in abundance and excess. It means to really participate, not just be a spectator, not just be an observer, to really get in the game and live life to the fullest. And that's important. And it can be a roller coaster ride. Let's face it. Life, it can be very difficult. You have ups and downs and twists and turns. And, different days of the week, they reflect that. Some people just work really hard, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday, they crash and they try to make up on all that sleep that they lost during the week, which doesn't always work, folks. We can talk about that too. So let's talk about balance and living life, and what day of the week is your favorite and why. Please call in 833-288-3986. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, Jerry and Debbie Facebook page. We're trying to grow the family there. We got a lot of big announcements and things that are happening with Take Two and all of us. And so that's going to be very exciting. And Ace McKay does a fabulous job posting snippets of the shows and various topics on Jerry and Debbie Facebook page. So don't forget to like us. Please go there and just hit that like button. Maybe make a comment. That would be great. And look at some past videos. But we're asking today, what is your favorite day of the week and why? Matt Gabinski's waiting to answer your call at 833-288-3986. We'll be right back.
Buried? This is Eric Scheidler of the Pro-Life Action League inviting you to join the National Day of Remembrance for Aborted Children on Saturday, September 9th, when pro-lifers across the country will hold solemn prayer vigils at the grave sites of aborted children. Visit nationaldayofremembrance.org to find the September 9th prayer vigil nearest you, and remember, blessed are they who mourn, for they will be comforted.
This is a Messy Family Minute with Mike and Alicia Hernan. Children are a gift from God and a tremendous blessing. But does that mean that every time we were pregnant, we were always excited about having another baby? To tell you the truth, not always. Sometimes we were under financial or emotional stress, or the job situation was tricky, and the thought of another child seemed overwhelming. But do you know what? It always worked out.
Feelings of being overwhelmed or even crying at a pregnancy test are very human, and it's okay to be human. Sometimes God puts things in our path that are difficult, but they're there for a purpose. Feelings of being overwhelmed can prompt you to get the support you need, or change jobs, or get your finances in order. These feelings can also drive us to our knees, so we depend on our Lord even more.
When you experience that surprise pregnancy, get on the same page with your spouse. Seek out good friends who will encourage you. And remember, you can always imagine the difficulties that life will bring, but you can't imagine the grace that God will provide in that moment.
To listen to our podcast, visit us at messyfamilyminute.org.
Okay, what's your favorite day of the week and why? There's still you may be thinking, well, I'll just wait to hear what everybody else has to say. No, we really want to hear from you because this is your show. So the number to dial, you'll speak to Matt Gabinski. I always say this, but I always mean this. He's delightful to talk to. 833-288 888-3986. Tell us the day of the week you like. And you know what? We can always flip this conversation. We do that quite well here on Take Two, where we cover the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. So you can actually call in and share the day of the week that maybe you don't like at all. Like you just dread it. You don't like it. You don't, you wish you could just skip over that day. If that's the case in your life, let's talk about it. 833-288-3986. Before we get to Kathy, hold on. You're first up here on Take Two. I wanted to share, today is the feast of St. Augustine. A great doctor of the church. His mother, St. Monica, the feast day we just had. So you got St. Monica and St. Augustine back to back. Love it, love it, love it. Great saint. If you don't know about these saints, please, read their stories. It's pretty amazing, of conversion, of dedicated prayer, of perseverance. I mean, it's incredible. And St. Augustine is so, what a fabulous saint. And he helped to shape a lot of the teaching of the truth on angels that we believe in our faith. So St. Augustine was responsible for a lot of it, and so was St. Thomas Aquinas and other saints, St. Jerome, others too. But yeah, so it's a great story, and you can see their contribution to what we believe in today. Before we get to Kathy, I just wanted to share August about the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The Immaculate Heart of Mary signifies the great purity and love of the heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary of God. August is dedicated as the month of devotion to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Join in this devotion to Mary with art, medals, pendants, prayer cards, and more. Available at EWTNRC.com. So that is so important, the Immaculate Heart of Mary. The Blessed Virgin Mary, beautiful. I love everything that is associated with our Holy Mother. It is incredible. Folks, dive deeply with our Blessed Mother. She will never let go of your hand. She will bring you to her Son. And then guess what? I have to share this real quickly. You Choose Week is back, September 25th through the 29th. So Ace McKay was responsible for putting this together. It was very successful. So if you want to submit a topic, the submissions are taking place now through September 15th. So you just have to go to our website, take2show.com. Okay, I think I got all the housekeeping done. So I just wanted to make sure you had all that information, and we'll move to the phones. We do have some open phone lines. Please jump in if you'd like to share your favorite day of the week. Okay, your favorite day of the week and why, or maybe the day that you like the least, and you just cannot stand this day, and you don't, you just wish you could jump over that day or just remove it from the calendar. 833-288-3986. Okay, Kathy is first up in Owensboro, Kentucky on Sirius XM 130. Kathy, thank you so very much for stepping up and sharing your favorite day of the week. Welcome to Take Two.
Thank you, Debbie. Well, my favorite day of the week is Thursday, and it has been since I was in elementary school. I'm 59 years old now, and the reason why I like Thursday so much is because the time of the weekend hasn't begun to tick away yet, and it's like you got the whole weekend to look forward to. But as Friday approaches, it's already starting to kind of begin to tick away. So I love Thursday.
Mm-hmm. I love Thursdays as well. And the reason why I love Thursdays, Kathy, is because of the luminous mysteries. John Paul II, I believe, did a fabulous job at adding the mysteries of light to the rosary. I love Thursdays because of the luminous mysteries, because it covers the ministry of Jesus. And that is so important to me, as you know, because that's what I do. I've been doing that. I've been doing ministry since 1989. So yeah, Thursdays are very special. But yours goes all the way back to when you were a child. Wow. Very cool. Do you do any, so when you look forward to Thursdays, or I was talking with Ace McKay earlier about, typically when we have a favorite day of the week or something that just we feel comfortable with, that day of the week we just look forward to, we usually surround it by stuff we do and food, right? So do you normally kind of plan your week with Thursdays in mind?
No, actually, it isn't like on the forefront of my mind all the time, but when somebody brings up the subject, I mean, it is definitely Thursday, but it's my favorite and always has been.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I love Thursdays too. Yeah, Thursdays are great. I love every day of the week. I have to be honest with you. The older I get, Kathy, I don't know what age range you're in, but the older I get, I'm just grateful to be alive.
Yes, absolutely. And I try to practice living in the present anymore. I was always, like part of that, if you really think about it, is I want to be in the present. I want to enjoy every moment. And so I don't want those precious weekend moments ticking away. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I try, no matter what day of the week it is, no matter what time of day it is, try to live in that present moment and enjoy and appreciate the present moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wish more people would do that to really work hard to appreciate the present moment, like you said. I feel this is just me. It's a very general statement. I just feel like the world is moving a little too fast for me. Any comments on that?
Well, I hope that I don't tear up here. My grandson, my oldest grandson, just went to college. He's 3 hours away. And I have tried to live in those precious moments with him. I have two others, but he was first. And I have just lived every precious moment because my daughter grew up very quickly. I had to work back then. We were young parents, and I just didn't appreciate that precious time. But when he came along, I realized I have to soak this up. This is precious. And he's gone to college. He's 3 hours away from us. And I can look back, and my husband and I have spent our time at enjoying each of their precious moments, each of our grandkids' precious moments. And they're older now. He's I've got one that's 21, one that is 19, and one that's 11. And it's just, as time just goes by so quickly that if you don't appreciate the present moment, it's gone in a flash and you've lost it, Mm-hmm. I'm talking to a psychiatrist here, a psychologist. I'm sure you know all of this far more than I do.
Yeah, no, but Kathy, you know what I love about you? You have such a big heart for your family. I love that. I love grandparents that feel so incredibly close, heart to heart with their grandchildren. It's coming through loud and clear, Kathy. And
well,
yeah, that's precious. That's God,
thank you,
Kathy. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, they've been a blessing to us, and we appreciate them so much. And we know that they're of God. And my grandson is at a Christian university and pursuing filmmaking, which he is hoping to do for the Lord, work for the Lord, and just so thankful for all of that.
Wow. So your oldest grandson that's in the Christian college, he is going to go into Christian filmmaking?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
wow.
That's what his hope is. Not exclusively Christian, but he has some major ideas for very biblically accurate movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. He's actually made a couple of films already, and he got honorable mention at a film festival already. So,
very nice.
I mean, he's definitely got a gift. So, just pray for him. Pray that everything goes well. He's doing fantastic. He really is.
We will. Kathy, if you feel comfortable, just his first name. Can you give us his first name and your other grandchildren? I brought the prayer book out for you.
Oh, bless your heart. His first name is Brevin. It's Brevan.
Mm-hmm.
The middle one is Derek, Zarek.
Okay.
And the third one is Liam, Liam.
Beautiful. Okay, I put you in the book. I put your grandchildren. I put Kathy's family. You're all in the prayer book. Keep us posted on your grandson. That is fascinating. We'd love to be able to support some of his work by way of viewing it. You know, should it come to the big screen or something of that nature that we can see. So thank you, Kathy. You're awesome. Thank you for contributing today.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you. You're wonderful. I love Thursdays. Anybody else love Thursdays because of the luminous mysteries? I do. I really, really do. I meant to share that at the beginning of the show. I know I jumped into Fridays. Okay, so let me just go down the list. I like Mondays because I'm a bit of an overachiever. So Mondays, I like to get going on that list. You know, that list that we all have, that never-ending list. Tuesdays are cool. Wednesdays, I love Hump Day. Thursdays, the Luminous Mysteries. Friday, I was talking to Ace McKay about this. Friday is cheese pizza day because we don't eat meat in our home on Fridays. So I do love cheese pizza. Everybody knows that. Saturdays are really cool because it is the day to do housework and yard work. On Sundays, of course, for the Lord. So yeah, I really actually like every day of the week. So how about you? Do you like every single day for a different reason? Are there certain days you don't like? Are there that special day that just pops out every week and you're like, yeah, I'm looking forward to Fridays or whatever? We want to hear from you. Please call in. There's open phone lines. Matt Kabinski's waiting to answer your call. 833-288-3986. Don't leave me alone. I need the company. So let's hear what Joe has to say in Connecticut. And Joe is listening so patiently on EWTN. Hi, Joe.
Hi. So my favorite day is Saturday because I work. I've been working 6 days a week for so long that Saturday is my Friday.
Okay, so Saturday is your Friday. So okay, wait. So say this again, Joe. So you work really hard Monday through Friday.
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday. Okay, you work 6 days a week, Joe?
Yeah, yes, I've been doing that a long time.
Wow. How is that working for you? I'm just curious.
Well, when my wife became pregnant with our first child, I wanted to figure out a way how she could stay home as opposed to have to continue to work. And we were able to make that happen if I worked 6 days and, lots of overtime. So I'm just used to it. So now my oldest is married and I have 3 daughters. So my youngest is, she's also out of college and working. But I guess through all my hard work, I've been able to open my own business and just has seemed to continue.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. So on Sunday, you really make it a day of rest, right?
Yes, I love going to church. And then I like to cook. So on Sunday, I'll come home and I'll start cooking and do stuff around the house like that.
You like to cook. So what do you start cooking in the morning like my Italian relatives that used to start at 9 in the morning and then we'd feast all day?
Yeah, so I start my sauce in the morning and it cooks until the afternoon. So
Wow.
All the meats get nice and tender.
Wow. So Joe, you're Italiano?
Yes.
Wow, very cool. Joe, but you're all the way in Connecticut. See, if you were closer in Arizona, that would be really fun to just pop over to Joe's house in the morning to taste that sauce. Okay, so you start in the morning, you make a delicious sauce, and then does the whole family come around? Do you also extend it to other people?
Actually, all my daughters have, they've moved to Massachusetts, so it's mainly me and my wife now. But yeah, if family members in the area, that anyone's welcome.
Nice, nice. I love it. See, that's beautiful. And food brings people together. It builds that fellowship. It builds that community. It's wonderful. I think that's a wonder, and you love doing that. So it sounds relaxing to you. So then you must be ready to start Monday again after you've had that beautiful day for the Lord, and then for food and family. I say that's a great recipe for success, Joe. Way to go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for weighing in on this topic. That was wonderful. Okay, Joe just inspired me. Did anybody else feel the same way? I am going to get back to Sunday dinners. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the same thing Joe does. I'm going to start early in the morning with that sauce and the meatballs and all the other wonderful Italian that Italian food on Sundays. And listen, we're not the only culture that does that. There's so many folks that cook all day long on Saturdays and Sundays. I know that because I've tasted some of the cooking. It's wonderful, and that's a great way to rest and recharge so you can get going on your work week. Wonderful contribution from Joe in Connecticut. Thank you, Joe, and Kathy from Kentucky as well. So who wants to join them by calling this number, 833-288-3986.
This is Tracy Sable for Breaking Catholic News Worldwide. Join me for EWTN News Nightly tonight, 9 Eastern on EWTN Radio and Television.
Take Two with Jerry and Debbie is on YouTube. Search YouTube to find the EWTN YouTube channel so you'll never miss an episode of our show or any of your favorite EWTN radio shows.
This is Life Issues with Brad Mattis, president of Life Issues Institute.
Well, this is a first. Liberal media outlets are standing up for truth on abortion. During an interview with NBC reporter Dasha Burns, Governor Ron DeSantis said a lot of the left supports abortion up until birth. Burns responded, "There's no indication of Democrats pushing for that." She was skewered on social media, and rightly so. After last week's presidential debate, former Biden White House press secretary Jen Psaki claimed no one supports abortion up until birth. Since then, liberal media outlets like the Washington Post, National Review, Associated Press, and CBS called them out, along with so-called fact-checkers, that this was indeed true. Votes put 46 Democrats in the Senate and 219 in the House on record supporting abortion until birth.
Check out Life Issues on Facebook and stay more informed than you've ever been.
Journey deeper in your understanding of the Eucharistic mystery and the Eucharistic story of God's love for us. Download the free ebook, The 12 Stations of the Most Holy Eucharist, at EWTN.com/Catholicism.
You're listening to EWTN Radio.
Hi, this is Janet Williams. We embrace the essence of feminine spirituality on Women of Grace tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern here on EWTN Radio. Now, back to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
What's your favorite day of the week and why? That's what I'm asking today on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Jerry will be back tomorrow. We do have unscripted this week on Thursday, just to let you know. So if you can't think of why you should call in today for the favorite day, you can always call in on Thursday. So that's our unscripted show. Tomorrow's show is all about give us your best clean joke. Oh, are we going to be laughing tomorrow? We always do. So your best clean joke. And I wanted to say this twice during the show. You Choose Week is back, okay? It's a wonderful week where you, the Take Two listeners, you come in strong, the Take Two family, and you share the topics that you want us to cover for that week. So it will be September 25th through the 29th, and submissions are being accepted now through September 15th. Just go to our website, take2show.com. Also, the prayer wall is on there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ace McKay does a fabulous job there. So take2show.com, and you can add your prayer requests and intentions there. But I'm asking today, what's your favorite day of the week and why? And when we were on break, we'll get back to the phones in just a moment. When we were on break, I was sharing with Ace that some people have to work. They must work on the weekends. Could you call in if you are that type of person that your job requires you to be available on Saturdays and Sundays? How do you do that? How do you get to Mass? What do you do on your days off? Do you find it to be kind of, quiet because everybody else is at work during the week? Or maybe you love having a Monday, Tuesday off because then you can go to the stores and you can get right through the checkout lines really, really quickly because nobody's in the stores. That's great. So we want to hear from you as well. Or maybe you left a job that required you, if you were that person that you were required to work on a Saturday or Sunday, and you finally said, enough, I must get to church. I'm going to have to leave this job. Could you share with us how that worked out for you? Here is the number. You have plenty of time to call in, but hurry. 833-288-3986. Okay, so we're going to go to Gigi, and Gigi is listening on EWTN.com from the great state of New Jersey. Hi, Gigi. Thanks for calling in. You and I were talking this morning about this exact topic.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. So what do you think about this, how important it is to, really plan out your week and have those favorite days and things like that?
Well, when I was working full-time, I always had Saturday as a favorite day and Sunday. But if you had something stressful to handle on Monday, you were stressing about it on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So it would sort of dampen the Sunday a little bit, waiting for the Monday to come up. Or you'd get, the Sunday blues because you have the whole rest of the week to work. But now that I am retired, really every day is a lovely day. I mean, I don't mean to say, thank God we're not working anymore, but my husband and I are retiring now. And right. It's nice. You don't have that favorite day, so to speak, because they all are pretty nice,
Right. Well, that's exactly why I wanted you to contribute to the show today, because you and John are both retired now. You worked very hard your entire adult life, and you now are retired. Really be brutally honest with us, Gigi. You said every day is a special day. It's wonderful. It sounds like you and John are keeping busy. Every day you've got things to do. It's not like you're bored or anything. I mean, every day comes with a new adventure, new challenges, and you appreciate life. Share a little bit about that, because I think as retirees, you guys are in a very unique position that we can all learn from.
Well, I mean, you have to have some hobbies, and we love gardening, the two of us. We love reading. I love crafting, so there's always something for me to get my hands into, whether it's into the dirt to do the planting and to water and weed. And, being a reader, you can really keep yourself busy. Mm-hmm. And there's just something, to do all the time. There's websites you can go on to and take classes. We attended a class that was over in England, talking about the old castles that they have there, and went through the history of that. But you could do just so many things. There's so many things you could do. So it's nice. It is nice.
Well, and see, I love what you just said, Gigi, because, being in religious education, I know your husband, John, he is a retired school principal, and teacher, and he loves history himself. And so you're continuing to learn, right? So even though he was a principal and he was a teacher, it doesn't stop, right? You want to keep going. You want to learn more, because at each day that we live here, each day that we're navigating life, we are made to learn and grow, not to stop. And when we retire, that's why it always concerns me when people retire and you say to them, well, what are you going to do? And they'll say, I'm going to do nothing. And it's like, no, wait, what, but usually after a couple days of nothing, they want to do a hobby or learn something or attend classes or something like that. Any final comments on that? Because, your husband was in the education system his whole entire life. So I'm sure he would agree with that we are kind of made to continue to learn and grow.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we've done languages where learning Italian, learning German. It's just all, whatever you want to do, you now have the time to do it. Take up an instrument. I mean, there's so many things you can do. And my husband even said, I retired a bit before he did. And he was surprised that the day flies by because, we worked constantly. Thank God we had very good jobs and with the same, company. And so you're thinking, what am I going to do? Like, whatever, is the day going to just go so slow? But it didn't. So he was shocked. And he said the traffic, how, traffic nowadays is crazy in New Jersey. And so that was a privilege for him. He really felt how wonderful is this not to handle rush hour going and rush hour coming back. There is more than enough to do, and the day does go by fast. And really, the sky is the limit as to what somebody wants to do. If they're avid travelers and they have that kind of money and those means, then they can travel the world. The sky is really the limit.
I love that. Gigi, thank you so much for contributing today. I'm so glad that you stepped up and shared about, you and John being in that wonderful position of being retired now. You worked hard your entire life, and now you can retire together and do those exciting things together with classes and virtual classes and attending things like that and hobbies. I think it's wonderful. Thank you, Gigi and John. Gigi is our Inspired by Faith Fellowship ministry team leader. So if you want to join us there, just go on Facebook, Inspired by Faith, and Gigi will happily accept you into the group. I think we have over 350 folks that journey with us, so it's wonderful. Thank you again. Luke is up next in Buffalo, New York on the Station of the Cross. Hi, Luke. Welcome to Take Two.
Hi, Debbie. How are you?
I'm great, Luke. So tell us, did you have to work on the weekends?
Yeah, I mean, I just got into my car, turned on the radio, and I heard you talking about people that have to work on the weekend. So I really don't know what the topic of the show is, but you perfectly described me. So that's why I had to call in for a minute. Because I work at a hospital, so hospitals never close. People seem to forget that. They're open 24/7, 7 days a week. And, you don't work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I mean, depending on what type of position you have, which I don't. So getting to Mass, you're able to get to Mass, but it's a little more difficult, I can sometimes get to Mass to work on the weekend before work. I got to get up a little extra early. Or the weekends that I don't work, because I don't work every weekend, then I can just go whenever I want. And, I would go Saturdays before I got this job.
Mm-hmm.
You can go on a Saturday night, and it will count towards, going for Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do that because I'm working, you know what I mean?
So Luke, have you ever spoken to a priest about this? Because I've always been curious when folks have to work on the weekends. I mean, hospitals are open, pretty much 24/7, especially with the emergency rooms. So what do you do if you cannot, make Mass? Is there a special dispensation for you or something of that nature? Have you ever spoken to a priest about this?
I haven't. Maybe I should call. But like I said, with my shift, I can get up a little earlier and just make the day. I mean, I can do it, but it's not as easy as just like if you didn't have to work. You know what I mean?
Right. So, but okay. So as you just said that, I thought of this immediately. When you make that extra effort, and it's a big effort because it's outside of the normal time of when you wake up or when you have your schedule. But if you make that extra effort, I just would have to imagine that the good Lord, there's abundant blessings with that, because you're going above and beyond to make sure that you make that connection with God. Have you ever thought of that?
No. That makes me feel good though. But I haven't thought of that. No.
Yeah. And the reason why I know that, Luke, is because I share a lot about this wonderful priest that I worked for. He was my pastor and my boss for, I think, 5.5, 6 years. I think almost 6 years. And he was amazing. And he used to say that all the time. He would say, if you go a little bit above and beyond, and make that extra effort for God, the blessings are there, the graces are there. It comes back to you, and not that people are looking for that, but it's just the way our God works. And so I would just encourage you, if you want to really make that extra connection with God, I agree with this pastor. I think it would benefit you here on this side of the veil, and then in all of eternity, Luke.
Sounds good to me. I'll try and talk to him, see what he says.
Yeah, there you go. And then also, I would also talk to the priest too, because, and you have hospital chaplains too that are, Catholic priests that are probably, that's part of their duty to go to the hospitals. Are you allowed to talk to them, or is that just for the patients?
You know what? I know him so well because I worked with it. There's actually only one, to be honest, and it's the largest hospital here, which amazes me. There's only one Catholic priest. There's like a lot of pastors for for if you're Protestant, things like that. But I know him pretty well. I don't know if I could. If I saw him, I could probably just ask him, and he would definitely tell me.
Yeah.
But if I was at work, I couldn't page him.
Gotcha.
Like I would be paging him for a patient. I don't think it would be acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, Luke, I would never make it in a hospital as a person that works there, because if I saw a Catholic priest come in with their clerics, it's like a magnet for me. I do it in airports, in hospitals, in grocery stores. I mean, there's something about clergy when I see them, or the nuns. I rush towards them, and so I would not. It wouldn't work out well for me if I worked in a hospital. So I can understand where they have to kind of maintain, because they got to get their work done as well. But you have your pastor at your parish, so I would also encourage you to talk to them too. But keep us posted. I have a feeling you're going to call back with some really interesting praise report on all of this. I think there's going to be some big blessings, Luke. I feel it.
Can I just tell you something really quick? Two things really quick. One, it was funny. I had to page him, and when he got to the, he drove to the hospital and got to where I was working to see the family to give the anointing of the sick. Mm-hmm. He told me, Peter. Well, my other name is Peter, but I go by Luke. But he's my other name. And he's like, do you know where I was when you paged me? And I'm like, no, where were you? He's like, I was inside the confessional.
He was in the confessional? Wow.
Yeah, but he laughed about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He has a sense of humor.
Sure.
The only other thing is, I know if the Takey family could pray for me about lower back issues, because now I'm having serious lower back issues where it's hard for me to walk. So, and I'm not 75 years old, or I still need to work. And so, it doesn't look good. Like it looks like it be surgery, and I don't want to have to have surgery. You know what I mean?
Okay, so a couple things, Luke, and this is what I was sensing when you were calling. Call it the Holy Spirit. I could just absolutely felt the connection. Okay, so Luke, what you want to do is get to confession, add some fasting to your regimen, and let's take this to prayer. Pray the Rosary, okay, and let's see how we can get heaven's attention to help with these lower back issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mother and Saint Anthony need help, and my guardian angel.
Right. Yes, and your guardian angel. Okay, keep us posted, Luke. Thank you so much for calling in. That was a wonderful call. Do you see how the Holy Spirit works, folks? Anthony is up next in Northwest Ohio on our friends at Annunciation Radio. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Debbie.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great. So tell us your favorite day or days.
So it has to be either Sunday or Monday.
Why?
And so the interesting thing is when you said people who work on the weekend, I am the director of music at our church. So I obviously work on the weekends, and my day off is Monday. So where everybody else is kind of dreading Monday, I look forward to Monday for my rest. But the other thing about it is that Sunday, once masses are done, it's one of the few days at home where we have time as a family, because my wife is a teacher, so she has to stay late at school sometimes, or and then me as a music director, I have rehearsals in the evenings. So it's it can be a really, really crazy schedule, and hard on the family, especially because we don't have the ability to take a weekend trip anywhere with my position. Right.
So you're in a unique position in the church as a music minister. Just out of curiosity, in the way that your sanctuary is set up, your church, are you in a choir loft? Are you down on the main floor? Where are you at in position in the church?
I'm in a choir loft.
You are. Okay. So you see it from that angle. Okay. And how long have you been doing this ministry work? Because I have to tell you, I think that those that are involved in music ministry, thank you. You are giving of your gifts and talents, your dedication. You're there every weekend. You're always there. You're providing the sounds and the music that we need to pray twice, because singing is praying twice. So share with us a little bit how long you've been in this ministry. I'm curious.
As a director of music, I've been doing it for 13 years.
Wow.
But I started way back serving as a cantor in the 3rd grade. And then I started playing piano and organ in around the 7th grade in my parish growing up. And then it kind of just took off from there.
Nice. Are people actually stepping up and auditioning to be part of the music ministry? I hope, because I hear it when I'm at church. A lot of people have great voices, Anthony.
It just depends. It's really difficult. My age range, I'm just coming up on 36. Those of us in that age range who have young children, it's really hard for anybody to get involved in anything because your kids are involved in everything. So most of the people that I would have in music ministry are college age and younger, and then retired.
Okay, retired. Okay, wow. Well, thank you for the great work. I was in choir for many years. I love the music ministers. I think you guys do it. The music ministry department is just they don't get thanked enough. You do not get thanked enough. So I'm publicly thanking you for sharing all your time, talent with all of us, and enabling all of us to enter deeply into the sacred liturgy. So thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome.
God bless you. Okay, great contribution today. Thank your music minister, folks. Also, we want to highlight real quickly the Sunrise Morning Show with Anna Mitchell and Matt Swaim, Monday through Friday morning, 6 Eastern Time on EWTN Radio. Anna and Matt start your day with news and interviews with a Catholic perspective. Okay, see, I'm getting lost in this conversation. I love this because this is amazing. This is when we come together as the Take Two family. This is fabulous. Edward is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Sirius XM 130. Love Florida. Hi, Edward. What's your favorite day of the week?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, great. Go right ahead.
Okay, good. My favorite day of the week is every day because I'm 76, retired 20 years ago, and so every day is my favorite day.
Nice. You sound like Gigi and John. I know. That's good. That means you're living life. You're continuing to just appreciate that God has given us each day. Edward, way to go. I love that. Every day is your favorite day. Love it. Okay, Edward, I'm doing a little bit of a lightning round here because I only have 3 minutes. So thank you for that. From Florida, Virginia is up next in Central Kansas on Divine Mercy Radio. Favorite day, Virginia?
Yes, I would say probably Tuesday.
Okay.
I do work. I work weekends at a truck stop. I make pizza, so I'm there over the noon hour and the dinner hour. Mm-hmm. And the weekends are the busiest time. So even though I can get off once in a while if I need to, most of the time I work weekends.
Nice. Okay, so Tuesday is your favorite day. I love that. We have every day represented here. Okay, Virginia, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go with that because I have my last caller is Carol, and Carol is in Western Michigan on Sirius XM 130. Carol, your favorite day?
My favorite day, Debbie, is Sunday. The first part of the day is devoted to your immediate family, and the second part of the day, we always went to my grandmother and grandfather's house, and they had all of their 8 children and their families over for dinner that day. Every family brought 2 dishes to pass, and my favorite meals were when Grandma would cook a beef roast with carrots, potatoes, and onions, or fried chicken with noodles and gravy and mashed potatoes. The favorite vegetable for me was green beans, bacon, and onions, which we called German beans, and a chocolate cake, which she put, it was warm when she served it, and she always put warm chocolate lurp on it, which we called lurp. It was a sauce. But it was just wonderful. Grandma always set a wonderful table. Her parents used to work in a hotel in Napoleon, Ohio, and that's where she learned how to set the table, and always had a sounding cloth on there, so there's no rattling of dishes or silverware, and everybody had a glass of water. Every 2 plates had a salt and pepper shaker, so there was no reaching, and always homemade bread. It was wonderful.
Okay, Carol, you were the perfect call to end this discussion. Now we've got everybody thinking about food. Okay, you see how easily led we are into the food category. You're spot on. You know, to have these meals together, you see how you remembered this with great detail. It's so important we get back to that. Family meals, bringing folks together around the table. That's what Jesus did during his ministry work. He did it around dining with people. So, Carol, way to go. Thanks, you guys. You did a great job keeping me company here on Take Two. Jerry will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is give us your best clean joke, so we can laugh, because you got to keep a sense of humor. You just have to keep a sense of humor, right? Because this life can get a little bit difficult at times. But thank you so much for this great participation today by the Take Two family. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Jerry and Debbie Facebook page. You can always email us, take2@EWTN.com. Thank you, Ace and Matt and Rich. The show team is amazing, and to all the affiliates that carry the show. Until tomorrow, have a beautiful and blessed day. We ask St. Joseph, please pray for us.
Content is on EWTN Radio.
Hello, Journey Home family. Next time, we'll welcome Dr. Tori